Hi there, welcome to the course. I'm Chris Carroll and I'll be your facilitator for this online course. I wanted to take a couple of minutes today just to go through the course, scroll through it, and give you some tips and techniques about how to get into the information and what to do if you get lost or frustrated in the course. I guess the most important thing is we don't want you to get frustrated in the course or lost in the course. If you start to find yourself feeling frustrated, please send me an email, give me a call. We can set up a Skype call or a FaceTime call anytime to review your work, and I can give you feedback on it in real time. So that's the most important thing I wanted to get across, first of all, in this little video. So let's take a look at the course. It's set up in weeks. The first week, of course, is getting started, and you can see there's some interesting information about all of your assignments. If you take a look at these and then print them off, you'll have evidence of what you have to do in front of you all the time. Put it up on your bulletin board. This is a very important video to watch here. This course schedule assignment due dates. I'll just click on this one to show you. I have to save it and then it'll open up, download it. This is a very important document, and I suggest you print it off, fill it out, put it up on your bulletin board. Because this is a continuous enrollment course, everybody has a different starting date. So that's why we have these X's here. You'll get an email from me, and you've already got it if you're in the course already. So you know your start date, and then basically you fill out the dates here, so you'll know when things are due. Very important here, I want to emphasize right off the top, I really believe in the importance of feedback assessment for learning. So here's how this works. Starting from week 1, you can hand in work anytime or request a FaceTime or a Skype call, and I'll give you feedback on what you're doing and how you're doing it as you're moving along. So that's, for example, the first assignment. You'll notice in green, these are indicators of starting assignments, and in red, submitting assignments. So let's just take this for example. Start first reflective writing assignment. Note, you may submit work prior to the due date to receive feedback for improvement. So when's the due date for the first one? It's at the end of week 2. Submit final first reflective writing entry, 5%. So once the deadline comes, you hand your work in, then I give you the mark. Prior to the deadline, you have to give me a day or two before the deadline so I can get feedback to you. You can contact me, send me a document through email, and I will give you feedback on it. We can have a talk about it over the phone or on Skype and FaceTime if that's important to you. So that's really an important thing to understand about how we do feedback in this course. Another example, let's see, it says start the course profile assignment in week 2. So that's where you started. You got week 2, week 3. It's due week 4. Let's get rid of that. It's due week 4. So from week 1, 2, 3, and then halfway through week 4, you can submit your drafts, whatever you have, and I will give you feedback. You can call me, Skype me, send me an email, and I give you feedback on how to improve your work. When we get to week 4, you submit these assignments, I give you a mark on it, and then you move on through the course. So I hope that's clear. And I really emphasize, please take advantage of this because this is how you will improve your work. The easiest, best way to improve your work is to get feedback, and use me for that. Okay? So this is how this thing works. You can go through it yourself, and it gives you a roadmap with deadlines in the course. So let's get rid of that and go through this again. So that's the course schedule assignment checklist there. Some information, how to be successful. And then we have the first series of information about reflective writing. So there's week 2 reflective writing that's due in week 2, week 5 reflective writing, and week 9. This is pretty self-evident. Here's the information, those are the topics. If you have any questions, let me know. Here's the assignment submission area. So you'll notice there's 3. You open this up and submit your work, and that's where you get your mark. Feedback comes before. I'll give you some feedback after when you give me your mark. I will make comments and give you a mark. So that's how that works. Same with course profile. You start that in week 2, and you can take up to week 9. Here's the other thing. If you don't need or want feedback for whatever reason, you just want to hand your work in for marks, you can hand your work in on the due dates, or you can hand them in towards the end of the course. So you don't, if feedback isn't important to you, I mean, I'm not going to make assumptions about what your motives are for taking the course and what your time frame is, what your pressures are, what sort of work you have to do. You can hand your work in later on if feedback isn't important to you. Okay, so this goes through course profile. There's all kinds of information here. I really strongly suggest you really immerse yourself in this first section. Take a look at all that stuff in the weeks 1 and 2. And then here's the other important thing. At the end of week 2, early week 3, you should set up a Skype FaceTime call with me so we can discuss whether or not you're ready to choose the competency-based approach to design or the outcomes-based approach to design. Once you make that decision, then you go into either the CBE section or the OBE section and work through those things to develop your profile documents. That has to be done by week 4. And this is where you hand this in at the end of week 4. Okay? And again, take advantage of the feedback in weeks 2, 3, halfway through week 4 to get feedback on your drafts and improve it so you can get the best possible mark. Here's the next section, lesson plans, week 5 to 9. Same thing with that. There's all kinds of information here. And again, between weeks 5, 6, you can get information from me, you can get feedback from me. Lesson plans are due end of week 6. Course outline, same thing. Information, course outlines due week 9, end of week 9. Okay, so that's sort of a quick scroll through of the course, how to navigate the course. The important things that I want to emphasize in closing are feedback, feedback, feedback. Make sure you take advantage of me. Skype, FaceTime, phone calls, emails. If you have any questions, concerns, or confusions, I'm here for you. Up to the deadline date. On the deadline date, you hand your work in, get a mark, and some feedback. But that's final. You have lots of time before to get the feedback and refine your work. Okay? The other thing is make sure you set up that initial Skype FaceTime call in week 2. Ideally, week 2 would be better. That gives you then a week and a half to get working, get feedback on your assignment. Okay? Those are the 2 really important things I want to emphasize. I look forward to getting to know you in the course and working with you in the course. And that's all for now. Thanks very much. Bye.